to record. Okay.
Yeah. Are you recording? Yeah. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. So. So these are the ones. Well, this is the one we worked on. So this is the one that I'll hand over to Toral at the end of next week.
Yeah, she should remember the last course will start this today, well, the 29th. So it'll start tomorrow, the 30th.
Right.
So well, way over on the left at your first tab, and let's just take a look at whether there's anything else that needs to be changed.
So these are, oh, we didn't turn the filter off over here, that's why.
If you click over there on the right, upper right-hand corner, it says sort and filter.
Yeah.
You can click clear.
Clear.
And that'll make sure that anything that's filtered is taken away.
So looks like, yeah, the last ones are this weekend. And then April 3rd. Okay. All right, so let's start over here.
Okay, so this one really isn't quarter dependent. It's just
right.
week by week. Left-hand side is the actual week, and the right-hand side is the running week. No, it's the other way around. Left hand is running, and the right hand is the weekly.
So when you say running, what do you mean?
Year to date.
Year to date.
The top of the column says year to date or weekly.
Okay. Oh, so this is, oh, okay, so this is cumulative? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, cumulative, year to date, yeah. So the bottom row is the averages of the whole year.
Right, okay, got it.
And this is one of the things you have to change each year, but not each quarter.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And then we just put, oh, this is convenient.
That's last year's.
Yeah.
So the highlighting of the pink in the upper table is compared with the lower table.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Whether it's above or below. Got it.
It only highlights if it's below.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. I like that one. Okay, so that's CAP, CPC, same thing.
Yep.
RPH.
This one is year dependent, but not year dependent.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things you could do is just that vertical bar between 2017 and 2018 just looks a little odd. You know, either add the bars to all the other years or remove it from all the internal years. Or okay.
And this is also cumulative, right? So this is year to date?
Yeah, it's year to date 2019, but it's the actual year 2018.
Right, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Intent, I think we no, we didn't update this. Yeah, we did. We updated this one. Okay. So there are, so these targets here, the promises, is that for like the global?
Yeah, remember the implementation promises are the management promises to be achieved before they can declare the implementation of the new course to be in. So you can see that the implementation promises are different from the minimum acceptable.
Okay, actually, say that again. That was,
You see the promises are different from the minimum acceptable?
yeah, I got that.
Yeah,
The
so
way you described it. So the implementation promises, explain that again. There was a lot there.
They a year and a half ago, November 2016, they rolled out 2 new courses, which they've been calling
Right.
Access to Power with Enhancements and Power to Create Plus. Right now they're still new courses, and at some point they'll become the courses. But it's not going to just fade that way. There's going to be a moment when the management of the communication part of the courses division, the programs division, is going to say, we've implemented the new courses. They're now not new courses, they are the courses. We've implemented them.
Right.
But it's not going to be based on how they feel or how it looks or whatever. It's going to be based on promises. And the promises for having the implementation be complete are those implementation promises.
Okay.
So when they achieve those promises or achieve them for a period of time.
Do they know what that period of time is?
The management does. I don't know what they are. But there'll be a point where they'll stop having the implementation promises because the courses will have been implemented.
Okay, got it. And the minimum acceptable, that's per course, right?
That's per course. So the implementation promises are an average or a running average for the last 6 months or the last 1 month or the last 12 months or something.
Right.
But they are the promises the management has made to the executive saying, when we achieve these, we will have implemented the new courses.
Got it.
So while the MAs may change, and they rarely have, but once every other year or so, the implementation promises have been agreed on and are set, and they won't change until they've achieved. Unless something changes, and then they'll change it. But that's why there are 2 of them. Okay?
Okay, cool. Got it. So the implementation, that's across the board. There's not a different promise for North America or
None.
So it's consistent right across the board. So it's
Exactly.
just a different implementation promise for the courses then.
Yeah, because team management leadership program
Right.
is a much more expensive and year-long program than the Power to Create. So there's a different number for certainly the Power to Create registration and the team management leadership program registration. But there's also a different focus on the course, so that there's very senior graduates and so that the GPHs may be different. Okay.
Yeah.
But they've considered those things, and but they're different courses with different minimum acceptables.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That's the intent.
And remember, at some point you'll have to hide the columns. Now go back up to the top again.
Of the intent?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
And then come down. Let's just see where the working tables work. Anything? No, that's fine. That's fine. I was looking. Oh, wait a minute. There's something in O. So at some point You either have to remove that stuff or hide it. See what I'm saying?
Which?
078. Is that some random number in it? Yeah, all of that stuff through N should be hidden at some point.
Okay, got it. Okay. Pre and post.
Okay, pre and post implementation. Remember, that's the one that you went way out to the right on that. No, I guess it's not. Current quarter game is the other one.
Yeah. Current quarter. These are hidden already.
If those are already hidden.
Okay. These are good. Nothing to change here. These, yeah, so we took out everybody that needs to be taken out. Yeah. See, last cap. Is 10. Is 10. So this is all communications courses, CAPA and CPC.
Yeah, not communication programs.
Okay.
Both of them.
And this is just the weeklies. And the macro creates week 8, right?
I'm sorry?
The macro creates the consecutive weeks.
When you get to the sheet names, ask that question again.
The sheet names? Oh.
The sheet names now. No, sheet names. It's the very last tab. Yeah. Okay, so see the week 1 through week 7?
Yeah.
They're in the wrong order.
Well, this one says 2727
Yeah.
for sequence. I suspect that's wrong.
Well, if you ever use the macro that puts them back in the same order, then you will want to adjust the sequence number. But right now, it's the only parts that are used are B, C, D, E, F, and F.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Are these supposed to be out of order?
No, I mean, just general slot.
Okay.
But see how the week 1 through 7 are not visible, but not extracted.
Right.
And the coaches are not visible, but they are extracted. Column F.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
So ask your question about the macro again.
So The so the week I have from week 0 to week 7, I only have from coaching week 1 to week 6. None of these are deleted. True.
They're not deleted because I couldn't get it to work. It kept breaking things. So right now it just hides them.
Okay.
So the macro takes the coach 1 through 6 weeks and combines them into a single file with 6 tabs.
Mm-hmm.
And week 0 is the week currently underway. So Coral will put out the reports this weekend. Week 0 is the courses that are underway this weekend.
All right. So technically week 8.
Well, it's week 0 is this week. This weekend. The weekend. But week 0 is not included except for reference purposes only. You know, there are people who are coaching the existing coaches, the existing courses. So that's what that was used for. Then 1 through 6 are combined so the coaches can coach the next, month and a half.
So this is Mike Mahana. But this is his last several courses, his last 5.
The last 5 courses for that leader.
Yeah.
So Treya is leading in Phoenix the week of the 11th of May. And her last 5 courses are those 5, including 2 in Phoenix.
Okay. So these are future. So this is all bouncing back to
Now, Toral sends this report out as a separate file so that people can see that, Donna, the number of guests was different from what she reported. What the center reported was 25 and she reported 28. And they've got a process to get that corrected if necessary.
Okay, so this is actively comparing files then?
It's actively comparing the courses tab with the next tab.
The next tab?
Go back. To keep going to the orange tab. That's that one, the weekly results tab.
Okay.
Okay. So if you look at the formulas in the World Headquarter Leader Result Check tab.
Mm-hmm.
Those reference the Courses tab, and those reference the Weekly Results tab. So Coral copies the current, what the leader reported here. And if you go back to the World Headquarters Leader Result Check tab. The upper part takes what the centers reported from the Courses tab, and the lower part is taken from that Weekly Results tab. And then there's a conditional formatting to compare, and if they're different, they're highlighted.
Okay. So this comes from the leader submitted reports.
The leader submitted reports. That gets sent out on Friday after all the evening sessions and copied in here as in the process of her building a report.
Does she copy and paste this manually, or is that a macro?
It's manually done because when you copy from one spreadsheet to the other spreadsheet, she loses all the formatting. If you can figure out a way to do it. So what she does is she copies it to Word and back here, and then that keeps all the highlighting.
Got it.
Because in the leader report, the highlighting is based on data taken from a data tab and compared to a world head. Anyway, in order to get the highlighting, she copies it to Word, which takes everything out of it, just leaves the color, and then pastes it back in here.
So what file does she use to get this data from? Is that something that's sent to her from head office, right?
No, this is the leaders send a report at the end of their Sunday and at the end of their evening session. Coral gets all of those reports and runs a macro on a file called CL Leader Report Master and CL Management Report Master. So she runs those two reports. Just do current week. Just do current week, yeah. Yeah. So there's a CL Weekly Results master. It's down below all that stuff.
This one, CL Weekly Results Master Leader version?
That's Master Leader version. So the macro in that reads all of the, down at the bottom of that list, you can see DOE, CPC Plus, and JCA, CPC Plus. And so the macros within that leader master file read these leader reports and build a combined report, which she does a save small and distributes, and then pastes into the combined report master.
Okay, so it's going to look for these then.
Yeah, so if you go, just look at the spreadsheet behind that file listing. Just look at the spreadsheet behind that file listing.
This one?
Yeah, so the files you highlighted are these files. You see the DOE, CPC Plus, Salt Lake City, and the JCA, CPC Plus Toronto. Now go back to your file listing. So there's the DOE and the JCA. And
got it. Okay. And then this one goes. So this file,
Just do Control G. Do Control G. That goes to the current week. So that's the file, but she does a save small, which inserts the blank line between J and K. The blank column,
right?
the gray column between J and K.
But so running the macro on this will look for those smaller files and pull in the data.
Yeah, it pulls in the data and copies it to the data tab. Now look at that data tab. No, yeah, it's just here on the screen, just on the left of that screen. Working regions data. Just look at the names of your tabs. Working regions.
Regions data.
That's regions. There's data. So if you look at the bottom of that, there's the DOE, CPC Plus in Salt Lake City, and the JCA CPC Plus in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
So that row is the column from that leader report.
Got it. And it would be one of these. Load data from results.
No, it's
build week sheets.
Nope, that's the one you do at the start of the year. Get leader results is the one that reads the leader files.
Okay.
So for each course, that for I equals 1 to n courses,
mm-hmm.
It says it breaks the course, that gets the course name, the course type, the leader name, the location, the start date, and then it does just on the next, yeah, and then it does on arrow go to new file, set workbook of results equal workbook open, the full file name string, and then set sheet of results, the first sheet of that, and then it does a copy and paste. It says selection, paste special, paste equals X all, operation equals XL none, skip blanks equals false, transpose equals true. So that's where it takes the column out of the XXX leader file and pastes it as a row into the data tab of the leader report master.
Okay. Wow. So if anything changes on those leader reports in terms of structure, it would fuck up all of this.
Yeah, if that XXX leader file changes stuff, then you've got some, creativity in your future.
Good to know. Good to know. All right. So, and right. And so at what was it again? At the beginning of the year, that's this one, build week sheets.
Yeah, build week sheets. That one deletes all of the dated tabs in the existing sheet, and then there are 3 places we changed. Remember, we changed the couple of places, but the first weekend of the year.
I keep changing this. It's pissing me off.
And that's why if Nancy deletes a course or cancels a course or adds a course, the week tab won't work. Will it work now? Yeah, now it will work because we've unhidden all of the columns while she's working on it, and then hide them at the end. So there was a problem if she added a course. We'd already set to how many courses to display, so one of the courses wasn't getting in.
Put it to calculate. That's better. Okay. Okay, so that's cool. This one's good. This one's pretty straightforward. Let's go back to this puppy.
So let me just summarize the last 5 minutes of what we've done. So the XXX leader file is filled in by each leader.
This one.
Yep. And you've done a lot of work on that one.
Yep.
And each of the leader files, now I've got a collection of leader files. Toral reads them all and puts them into the leader master report. And then she does a save small on that and copies that result into the combined report. So that's how you got that weekly result tab that you see in the background. XXX file, leader report file, combined into leader master, save small into the leader report that gets sent around and then copied here.
Okay.
Okay.
So that, yeah, so this is this particular sheet here. This is a manual process.
Okay. Now, because we only have about 20 minutes left on this, I want to very quickly go through something. So start way back at the left again.
Way back at the left. Okay.
All right. You just got an email, or I just did, but I hope you were copied on it, which says,
no, I got it too. Yeah.
Phyllis has been approved.
Phyllis has been approved. And that's a new leader.
Yep.
She goes above the darker line now in alphabetical order.
Okay. All right. So I'm assuming you know how to do that. You just insert a row, you copy Phyllis to where the row is, and delete the place where you copied it from.
So actually doing that is fine, but where is still something
well, it's right there. She just sent you the file.
Oh, it's attached?
Yeah. Okay. But I don't want to do that. You can do that. All right? If you have any questions, send me an email. But go back to the combined report.
All right. I just want to save this. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, have you got a place to make a note?
Inside this file or just off to the side?
However you take notes.
Okay. Yep.
You should reply to that asking Nancy for a photograph.
That's it?
Yeah. You say, Nancy, I need a photograph of Phyllis to include in our combined reports. Okay. All right. And when you get that photograph, you're going to have to adjust the size so that it's, she'll send you a 1 megabyte full headshot, and you want to compress it down to whatever the size of the pictures are, 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter.
Yeah.
But Excel will take that 1 megabyte file and display it really compact, so you'll have to do some photo editing to reduce the size without keeping the bigness. Okay.
Okay. So so we have to put her into here, yeah?
Well, yeah. Go back to the left-hand side. So weekly cap, nothing. Weekly CPC, nothing. RPH history, nothing. Intent, nothing. Okay. Pre and post, nothing. Current quarter game, nothing. Okay. You'll have to add her here, and that's why you need the photograph, right?
Yeah. But I can, so going back to that email.
But we've done this before, so you want to make a note to change that tab.
So is she,
That's only for the calendar.
I know, but is she CAP or?
Is she what?
CAP or CPC, or both?
Well, she's a course leader, so she can lead anything she's approved to lead. Right now, she's only approved to lead the Access to Power.
Okay, well, that answers my question.
Yeah.
So she's just CAP.
Yeah. So you need to add her there. You'll also have to send Nancy, ask who her coach is.
So that's a calendar. Where are all of these? So do I have to, would she be in here already as somebody that's being trained?
No.
So we have to add her into this pile too?
Yeah, she's already there.
That was my question. You said no.
Sorry, you don't have to add her, but you have to change her from she should already be there as
Nope. There's no
all right, so
Phyllis.
yeah, you do have to add her there.
I don't even know her last name.
Make a note. Don't do it now. Don't do it now. Make a note. Okay.
So if she's not there, then technically she's not in this. She's not in this file. Period.
Okay. I'm trying to teach you something, and you keep jumping around. So go all the way back to the implementation.
Go back where?
To the screen we were on. Cape since implementation. Okay, so make a note. You'll have to add her here.
Okay.
Okay, and in adding her, one of the things you'll notice immediately is you don't know who her coach is. So make a note. You'll have to ask Nancy who's her coach.
All right.
All right. Now, like you said, CPC, you don't have to add her because she's not leading that yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So she has to be added here.
And she has to be added there.
All right.
Okay.
Here.
You have to add her here.
All right. Not here.
There. You have to add her there. She'll get added there as she's scheduled.
Yep.
Okay.
In here.
She'll get added there as she's scheduled. She's not design designation committee, so that's fine. Look and see where that list of names comes from.
Strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, so next one. Pravesh, so you may have to add her here. Where? Oh, those come from CLB, all right?
Yeah.
So right click it, take a look at the CLB now. Just take a look and right click and unhide the CLB. Oh, is CLB unhidden or hidden?
Oh, I'm here. There. It was. Our coach is Rob.
There it is. It's the right-hand green one, yeah. Is Phyllis there? PFE.
It's right there.
Okay, and Rob is her coach, so that's good. You need to add her name in O and P. Phyllis Ferguson. Okay.
Who's PUR?
Pravesh. Yeah, Pravesh. I don't know what his last name is. Gopal.
So she's here.
Okay, now go back to that strength and weakness tab and see if she shows up. Yeah, there's Phyllis.
PFE?
Nope. Where's PFE?
No, she's not here.
Okay.
She's supposed to be before.
If
here.
row NN, row A23. All right, so look and see what's in column N.
Oh, it's because it goes from 21 to 23.
All right.
Maybe I should drag this down.
Just drag it all down, yeah. See what happens when you copy that. Yeah, there she is. Okay, good.
There.
Okay, now she should be in strength weakness. So look back at that tab.
Yep.
Yeah, you may have to do the same thing in the CPC. But okay, there's Phyllis. She's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Effective courses. No, there's nothing to change there.
Okay, so she's showing up there. She's in there.
She's there. Look and see if she needs to be added at the CPC. Go back to that previous sprint with. Just go back to the
Are
sprint.
these courses that have already? Yeah, these have already happened. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are passed.
Yeah, that's just a list of courses that have. Go back to the Sprint week tab.
Should there eventually.
Go back to the Sprint week tab.
Coaches.
Now it's 6. Now it's 7 tabs to the left. Now it's 8 tabs. It's a red one.
So
Go back to the Spring Week tab.
Is there a North American promise?
No, go back to the Spring Week tab. Go back to the Spring Week tab. Okay. See if you need to add her to the Power to Create list as well, the bottom half of that.
She's there now.
Okay, good. All right. All right. Then continue on looking where you were looking. Effective courses, results. Take a look at the coaches. Phyllis is there with Rob. Okay, good. That's good. All right. Promises. Okay.
So is there a combined North American promise?
As far
or
as
is
I
it...
know, not, but that's a question you might ask Nancy.
Okay.
Okay.
Results.
That's just the number of courses each week.
Data. It's a lot of NRs. So where's this copy and pasted from?
I'm sorry?
Are all of these supposed to be NR?
Yeah. There's a leader report, which is what the leaders reported, and there's a management report of what the leaders reported, and then the very next tab next to data says management report.
Yeah.
That's what the centers reported. So one of the distributions Nancy has is she sends this report to the executives with what the centers reported, not what the leaders reported. And the centers don't report the intermediate, so there's no preliminary next registration, and there's no assisting announcement reported, and there's no number review. I mean, all they have is this number of started, completed, and in area. And then the evening session report. So that's why all of those are NA. This is the same spreadsheet as in the management report master file.
Yeah.
Referencing a data tab, but it's a data tab. And if you go back to the data tab and go to the right a little bit, and go up a little bit, you've got courses that haven't happened yet. See how it's filled in, and if you look at the formulas for one of those ADs or AHs or AK, see how it's picking the value out of the courses, which is what the centers reported.
Okay.
Okay.
Courses. Okay.
But the reason they're NR is they're not reported because they're preliminary. They're the Sunday reports, not reported in the World Headquarters.
All right. So okay. So this is the management report. So this is the center data.
Yep.
And then the courses tab is headquarters data.
Yes. The only place
Right.
leader data is shown is in the weekly results orange tab and the comparison world headquarters just at the right of your screen now. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the comparison. And then the next tab to the right is the all leader.
Okay, so world headquarters and weekly results. Okay. So we've got, so this is leader report, and we have the center report, and then world headquarters.
Okay. So leader course location, once she starts leading, that'll work for her. Leader course will work for her once she starts getting courses.
Yep.
Okay. Team management, that has nothing to do with her. That has nothing to do with her. That has nothing. That has nothing. CLB, you've got to make sure she's there.
No, we did. She's there.
She's there, okay.
You just fill that in.
Survey. You'll have to add her to this one. So just make a note to add her.
So she would just go up here in North America, right?
Yeah, she'd have to be added in North America, and you'd have to add her in that list.
Well, this comes from courses.
Oh, she'll show up once she starts leading. So just wait till she leads her first course, but you may have to add her here.
Yeah. So yeah, because this is hard coded, so I'll put her in here.
Okay.
This is hard coded too. Her capacity.
Yeah, she's one per month.
Okay.
Okay. Next one over. Starts as course counts as
the comments. So is she a CL or a CL?
She's a candidate, so she's a course leader candidate. Harleen is a course leader candidate, so you can change that one. Nicole Murray is a course leader candidate.
That means she's not a full leader yet?
Well, she's a full leader. She hasn't been promoted. Remember, there's a designated course leader, Nicole Murray, in Australia. She's a candidate. Okay. And Manthan is a course leader, so he's been promoted.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We're down to about a minute and a half, so we need to run through this. That's not affected. Course count, not affected. All leaders, you need to add Phyllis here.
All right. So these are all.
And then just copy all that. If you have any questions, send it to me. All right. Next one. Take a look and see if you have to add her here. I don't know. I don't think so, but.
What's EXP stands for?
Expansion.
Well, it's not at the leader level.
Yeah.
Future.
Rollout, Joan work you don't need. Product capacity. Nancy will update that, but just look and see if Phyllis is in 2019. You may have to add her in that table starting at row 55.
Okay.
Okay. Calendar. Okay.
Courses and mission names.
All right. Then open up the XXX city file.
So just what did she mean by she goes above the darker line now in alphabetical order?
Open it up and you'll see. She's out of alphabetical order in the list because she's got candidates not approved to lead with their training schedule below a very obvious dark line. But I want you to open the XXX city file right now. If it's not obvious, just send me an email.
Do we have to add her to the leaders? This is the city file.
Yeah, so look at the leaders in cities. Is she there?
No.
All right, you'll have to add her there. Just make a note to add Phyllis.
Neither is Purvesh or Gopal.
Well, they're not. Remember, this is filled out by the leader at their course, and Purvesh is not leading yet, so he won't.
Okay, got it.
Just make a note. Now go back to the statistics tab.
Yeah.
There's a verification on that course leader initials. Yeah, that B5.
Yeah.
You know, if you do data validation,
Oh.
you may have to add her there.
So it would be PF.
Yeah.
PF.
Okay, and then remember when you change that file, you've got to send it to Toral, and she's got to communicate with the course supervisors and work with Nancy on when to release it. It's probably not urgent. It's got to be done before Phyllis leads her first course.
Right. I don't know what city Phyllis is from.
You don't need it. She's just from North America.
But, oh, these are cities. These are cities. Okay.
Anyway, so once you change this file, you've got to communicate with Toral and Nancy to get it put up on the websites.
Here she is.
Okay, she's already great.
Yeah.
Now just check that list again. Check who's the bottom one. Is it VRO?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because you know sometimes that list is here, and when you insert one, Vicky drops off the bottom.
Only if you insert at the bottom.
And also remember when you change this file with a different date, you change that B and C1 coloring.
Okay, got it.
Okay?
Okie dokie.
All right, well, I need to scoot off. I'm a little bit over, but we said we would try to get another call in this week. Have you taken a look at that?
How's tomorrow? Does Friday work?
Tomorrow, what time?
Same bat time.
All right.
Same bat channel.
Copy event. Paste event.
So these are the only two files Phyllis needs to be in, right?
Well, you should take a look, but I know the XXX needs to be changed, and I know the combined reports need to be changed. I don't think the other two need to be changed, but you should take a look until you're certain for yourself either they do or they don't.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Same bat time, same bat channel.
You bet.
Later, potato.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Ciao.